What would make Oprah Winfrey spend $100 million on a private jet? Not luxury, not status, survival. Something happened on a commercial flight that changed everything for her. An invasion so personal, so violating, that she made a decision most people can't even imagine. This isn't just a jet, it's a turning point in her life. What really happened that made her walk away from public travel forever? In this video, we're taking you inside Oprah Winfrey's $100 million private jet, not just to see the luxury, but to understand the real reason behind this bold decision. From an incident that left her emotionally shaken to how this aircraft became a symbol of freedom and strategy. The full story is deeper than you think. And stay with us till the end, because there's a twist that might completely change the way you look at private jets and Oprah herself. Oprah Winfrey's story doesn't start on a red carpet or in a penthouse. It begins in the deep poverty of rural Mississippi. Born to a teenage single mother, she spent her early childhood in a world where potato sacks were used as clothing and running water was a luxury. Abuse, neglect, and overwhelming odds followed her through every chapter of her youth. But instead of breaking her, they built her. She found power in her voice, climbing from local radio stations to national talk shows, eventually becoming the queen of daytime television. Oprah turned pain into power, silence into a media empire, and rejection into billions. But as her fame grew, so did the scrutiny. With the spotlight came a different kind of vulnerability, one that no amount of success could shield her from. And this vulnerability would one day follow her onto a flight that changed everything. When news broke that Oprah Winfrey had purchased a $100 million Gulfstream G650, people had questions. Was this the ultimate display of wealth? Was it a status symbol? Or was there something more beneath the surface? To most, the G650 is the crown jewel of private aviation. With a top speed of 710 miles per hour and a staggering range of over 8,000 miles, it can cross continents without blinking. But beyond the engineering, it's the interior that truly stuns. The cabin is lined with hand-stitched Italian leather seats, rich African mahogany panels, and custom silk carpeting. Every element whispers elegance, control, and dominance in the skies. But for Oprah, it wasn't just about luxury. It was about reclaiming peace. Because before she ever stepped inside that jet, something happened that changed how she saw public travel forever. Something that made the sky feel less free and more dangerous. But here's the real question. What terrifying experience on a commercial flight made Oprah decide that enough was enough? What moment pushed her to spend $100 million, not for luxury, but to protect her peace, her dignity, and maybe even her life? Step inside Oprah's private jet, and you won't believe your eyes. This isn't just a mode of travel, it's a sanctuary in the sky. A queen-sized bed dressed in Egyptian cotton. A spa-inspired bathroom with marble finishes and gold fixtures. There's an entertainment lounge with a private screening room where Oprah previews films and documentaries before the public even hears about them. Fresh flowers are replaced before every flight. The lighting adjusts based on her mood, from calming amber tones to energizing white daylight. Noise-canceling walls ensure absolute silence, and advanced air filtration systems help reduce jet lag. But perhaps the most surprising detail, there's no clutter anywhere. No unnecessary decor, no distractions. Everything is clean, intentional, and serene. Why? Because Oprah firmly believes that clutter clouds judgment. And when you're soaring at 40,000 feet, making billion-dollar decisions, clarity is non-negotiable. To the outside world, it may look like just a luxury jet, but to Oprah, it's something far more powerful. It's a fortress in the sky, a mobile command center where billion-dollar deals are sealed and world-changing ideas are born. Her schedule doesn't allow delays, distractions, or airport chaos. Every minute matters, and this jet gives her complete control over time and space. Whether she's flying to a major interview, a humanitarian mission, or a board meeting for own or Weight Watchers, she does it on her terms. No interruptions, no security threats, no lost hours. The jet is more than comfort, it's strategy. It's how Oprah stays ahead, not just in the game, but far above it. The real reason Oprah bought her $100 million private jet is a deeply personal story that few know. Years ago, while flying on a commercial plane, a fellow passenger secretly recorded her sleeping. That footage was then sold to a tabloid, which published a humiliating headline mocking her appearance, saying even Oprah gets bags under her eyes. This invasive act was more than just disrespectful. It shattered her privacy and made her feel exposed and vulnerable in a way she never had before. Despite all her fame and power, Oprah realized she was still at the mercy of the public and media, no longer in control of her own image or safety. That experience was a turning point. In a rare interview, she revealed, "I realized I couldn't belong to the public that way anymore." From that moment, she vowed never to fly commercial again. Her private jet became not just a symbol of luxury, but a fortress of security and control over her life and privacy. Since that painful experience, Oprah's private jet has become more than just a mode of travel. It is her protective buffer from the outside world. No longer does she have to worry about unwanted cameras capturing her every moment or strangers invading her personal space with whispered gossip. On this jet, she finds peace and control. It is where she reads important documents, meditates to center herself, makes crucial business deals, and takes time to reset mentally and emotionally. Every detail is designed for her privacy and security. The crew is carefully background checked, communications are encrypted, and flight routes are kept confidential and silent. For someone like Oprah, who is constantly watched and scrutinized, even when she's alone, this jet is her sanctuary, a moving temple where she can be herself without compromise. But the truth is, the more success she achieved, the less freedom she actually had. Oprah can no longer walk through an airport terminal unnoticed or blend into a crowd like an ordinary person. She cannot sit in coach class or casually board a commercial flight without drawing intense scrutiny. Even the simple act of resting or dozing off during travel becomes a vulnerable moment that others might try to exploit, turning privacy into a rare and precious commodity. The $100 million she spent on her private jet was never about showing off wealth or indulging in extravagance. It was a deliberate choice to protect her personal space and mental peace. It gave her the ability to move freely, shielded from the prying eyes and invasive cameras that follow her every step. In a world where fame often feels like a prison, Oprah's jet became her sanctuary, a way to reclaim control over her life and maintain the dignity she deserves. When we see Oprah's $100 million jet, it's easy to focus only on the price tag and the luxury. But beneath the surface, it tells a deeper story of a woman who fought through hardship, rose to unimaginable heights, and now fiercely guards the power she's earned. This jet is not just a means to escape the outside world. It's a shield that allows her to move through life on her own terms, protecting her privacy, her peace, and her sense of self. The true lesson here goes beyond wealth. It's about understanding what money should really protect. our dignity, our freedom, and the ability to live authentically in a world that constantly watches. Oprah's jet reminds us that sometimes the greatest luxury is the power to preserve who we truly are. What do you think about Oprah's $100 million jet? If you had her level of wealth, would you spend that much to secure peace, privacy, and control over your life? Or do you believe she might have gone too far with such an extravagant purchase? We want to hear your thoughts. Share your opinion in the comments below and join the conversation. Also, make sure you don't miss our next video where we take you inside Beyoncé's ultra-private $200 million Malibu fortress, a place so secure that no one gets in without a secret code. Stay tuned for more exclusive stories that reveal the lives of the world's most powerful and private celebrities.